Well, commiserations, Gary. It just wasn't to be today, was it?
No, it's a little bit frustrating really, John. I think that there wasn't much between the two sides in the first half. There wasn't really much flowing football out there. I think it was a case of both teams had a certain amount of respect where they're sitting in the league for each other in that sense. And it had really, to be honest with you, 0-0 all over it coming into half time. But, you know, I felt that we should have dealt better with the situation regarding the goal. We've got punished. I think that there's a misunderstanding or no understanding at all really between Chris Arthur and Jake Cole, whatever way you look at it. I think Jake could be probably a little bit disappointed that he hasn't saved a shot. I think Chrissy Arthur would be disappointed that he could have headed the ball out of play and faced the corner really, but then things happen. So it was a cheap goal really. We're disappointed with the goal on the stroke of half time and 1-0 down. So, you know, we knew the second half would be, again, it was going to be very hard when you're 1-0 down against any team. And, you know, we knew it'd be tough second 45 minutes. But, you know, again, John, we'd be disappointed today with the 2 goals we conceded. I think that the free kick was given to Grimsby over the far side and we switched off, John. You know, we switched off, and all credit to them. They punished us. They've moved the ball quick. We've had players who've got their back to the play, and you must never do that. And they punished us. So 2-0 down there was always going to be very tough. But you know, showed a bit of character. I thought we showed a bit of character. And to be honest with you, John, we probably had the best spell of the match, really. Where I think probably their goal creator had more work to do than any time he had to do for the first time in the match in the last 20 minutes, really. And he made a couple of good saves from a free kick from Jake Cole, from Jez Soul, and Scott Rendell was very unlucky with the rebound, and there was a couple of shots that were just whizzing by, and then we got the goal back to make it 2-1, and it made a little bit of a grandstand finish. But you know, over the 90 minutes, John, as I say, a little bit mixed really. I think that of course we've had a very good week in respect to winning at Lincoln and Dartford. We wanted to get something out today, but it wasn't to be. In any way or form. But when I look at the week's work, return from Lincoln away, Dartford away and Grimsby at home and getting 6 points out of 9, it's not a bad week, John. It's not a bad week really, because you're averaging 2 points a game, so whatever way you look at it. And you know how the results have gone today, I think we're still sitting in 7th position. It's that sort of league. So, you know, I think if we'd have got a result here today, would have had to turn around and gone to AFC Telford next week and continue to. All we can do, John, is we've got 9 to play now, is try and get as many points as possible and see where it takes us and see where we land up.
And Gary, obviously a very hard game in midweek on that pitch at Dartford, and it seemed to perhaps take its toll a little bit today. You weren't able to whip the ball around with your usual pace, and the wide men weren't really able to get behind and get beyond Grimsby, who defended very well.
Yeah, they got what they wanted. They got the first goal, and I think it's always going to be hard when you look at their defensive record when they got 1 in front, because you know there's more pressure on us really to get a result by having to chase them and catch up in respect to that situation. Yeah, I can turn around and say that, John, and one way in respect of the week 2 hard games, but by the same token that what's gone on, you know, we've had a good week's work, not to be, and we just look forward to going to Telford next week.
And of course the script was written, wasn't it, that Ollie Palmer would of course pop up and score their first goal.
Yeah, no, to be honest, I don't worry about things like that. You know, Ollie is not a bad boy at all. He's very willing, very honest. You know, but I don't have a problem with that. I have no complaints today in respect to things. I think people take things out of context a little bit at times. Like, you know, I don't mind the fans having a bit of banter in any way or form about me stating a statement earlier in the season, and you know, they're up there, all credit to them. I don't have a problem with the situation of opinions or views in football, but as I say, you know, they've been professional. They've come here today, they've done their job properly, and no complaints from our end. And all we got to turn around and do now is prepare ourselves to go to Telford next week, as I say, and hopefully get back on a good winning run again and see where it takes us.
And as far as the mood in the dressing room is concerned, Gary, is it flat, or is there a feeling that actually, you know, there's still lots of points to play for, and really we need to make sure that we finish the season on a high and don't let it just suddenly disappear?
No problem with the players in the training room. I think the players are probably a little bit disappointed today, not in the manner of getting beat, but the way that we've conceded 2 cheap goals. That's all getting beat hasn't hurt them too bad. It's the manner we conceded. They're poor goals today, we know that. But, you know, my goalkeeper's been playing superb, Jake Cole. He's been doing really well, and Chrissy Arthur's been doing very well. And then things happen. You know, we score a goal and we celebrate together, and when we concede one, we have to take it on the chin together, and that's football. But no, I think that, John, you know, when you've kept going, and over the 4 years what we've kept going at this football club, from where we took them, from the position where they was, you know, we're doing brilliant as a football club in every way or form. You know, each year we've improved. Each year we improve. Each time we keep going away, and you know, getting a team together over or a squad over the course of the summer, and keep delivering. You know, to be here, John, talking to you now and going into, like, you know, March, and we're still up there in the top 7 in the league as a part-time. Not been at the top 10 all season. We've done brilliant, and we're doing a great crowd today, 2,600. I know that Grimsby affects a good following down, 500, but you know, I remember coming here just over 4 years ago, John, when we averaged 600. You know, and this club has turned around in a big way now and going in the right direction. Hopefully, you know, they've got to see that, because you can only do so much as a manager. You can only do so much as a coach in respect of taking the club to heights where you're punching above your weight, and you need every bit of help you can in respect of having your budget sorted out at the football club early, going forward in every way or form. You know, it is frustrating as a manager, but you're in March and you're waiting for another month, being told, to get your budget sorted out when you're asked in January. That's tough. It is frustrating. I've got frustrated over that, and I do understand, being fair, that there's a lot of other things that have been going on at the football club one way or another. But from a football manager's point of view, that's what I'm really interested in, is trying to do my job properly, which I think is the most important job at the football club, in respect of the wheels on the bus, as I call them, or as Jeff Chappell says, the wheels on the bus, they've got to be going round, and you want to make sure that they're all sorted out nice and early. And so we'll see where we go.
And the wheels on the bus, Gary, head up to Telford next Saturday, and they were a team who came here earlier in the season and surprised you.
Yeah, no complaints. We were poor that day, but as I say, you know, we've got 9 to play, John. We look forward to going to Telford and see if we can get a good result.
Lovely, thank you. Enjoy your evening.
Cheers.